The streetlights hum a familiar tune, chasing away the afternoon. I walk past the oak tree carved with our names, back when the world was just bicycles and games. The porch swings, sways, though nobody's there, just a soft summer breeze in the evening air. Oh, sundown on our street, where the golden hour and the shadows meet. We had all the time, we had nothing to lose, just scuffed up sneakers and nowhere to choose. Now the colors fade into the gray, and I wonder how we drifted away. I see the old driveway where we'd sit and talk, drawing up futures with pieces of chalk. We swore we'd be brothers till the very end, but seasons will turn and rivers will bend. I don't hear your voice calling out from the yard. I never knew growing up could be so hard. Oh, sundown on our street, where the golden hour and the shadows meet. We had all the time, we had nothing to lose, just scuffed up sneakers and nowhere to choose. Now the colors fade into the gray, and I wonder how we drifted away. No sudden goodbye, no angry words spoken, just a slow letting go, a tie softly broken. I pour out a glass and I raise it to you. I hope that you're happy in all that you do. Up sneakers and nowhere to choose. Now the colors fade into the gray, and I wonder how we drifted away. Yeah, the streetlights hum, but it's not the same. I smile in the quiet when I think of your name. Sundown on our street. York on a Tuesday night. We watched the stars from the rooftop light, talking about dreams we were bound to chase. Before the years put lines on my face, we had no money, we had no fear, just the endless hum of the atmosphere. Now I'm dancing with the ghost of July, underneath the heavy silver sky. I can still hear the laughter we used to share, echoing out in the midnight air. It's a beautiful haunt, it's a bittersweet sight, living in the shadow of the ghost of July. I drove by the lake where we used to swim. The water looks cold and the daylight's dim. I skipped a stone just to watch it sink. It gave me a moment to stand and think how the leaves turn gold and they fall apart, just like the tides in a wandering heart. And I'm dancing with the ghost of July, underneath the heavy silver sky. I can still hear the laughter we used to share, echoing out in the midnight air. It's a beautiful haunt, it's a bittersweet sight, living in the shadow of the ghost of July. There's no anger left, there's no blame to hold, just a story of a summer that we already told. I keep it safe in the back of my mind, a perfect little picture that we left behind. So I pull up my collar against the chill, looking out over this quiet hill. I hope you found what you were looking for on the other side of a closing door. While I'm dancing with the ghost of July, underneath the heavy silver sky. I can still hear the laughter we used to share, echoing out in the midnight air. It's a beautiful haunt, it's a bittersweet sight, living in the shadow of the ghost of July. Yeah, the ghost of July, just a memory passing by. Take care, my old friend. The messages got shorter one by one, like shadows stretching out beneath the sun. We used to talk until the morning light. Now weeks go by and fade into the night. There wasn't a fight, there wasn't a storm, just a sudden chill where it used to be warm. I can hear your fading footsteps walking down the hall, a quiet kind of leaving, no writing on the wall. We didn't break in pieces, didn't crash and burn. We just took a different path where the corners turn. Now the silence is a heavy, empty sound as your fading footsteps disappear into the ground. I walked past the diner where we used to meet, looking at the strangers passing on the street. I thought I saw your jacket in the crowd. I almost called your name out loud, but I put my hands in my pockets instead and listened to the echoes inside my head. I can hear fading footsteps walking down the hall, a quiet kind of leaving, no writing on the wall. We didn't break in pieces, we didn't crash and burn. We just took a different path where the corners turn. Now the silence is a heavy, empty sound as your fading footsteps disappear into the ground. They say that people change, they say that people grow, but they never tell you how it hurts to let it go. It's the hardest kind of grief that I have ever known, to be in a crowded room and feel so alone. So I'll leave a light on in my memory for the way we were, for the you and me. I know we can't go back to yesterday, but I wish you well as you walk away. Yeah, I hear your fading footsteps walking down the hall, a quiet kind of leaving, no writing on the wall. We didn't break in pieces, we didn't crash and burn. We just took a different path where the corners turn. Now the silence is a heavy, empty sound as your fading footsteps disappear into the ground. Fading away, step by step. I hope you find your way. The ink is dry upon the page. Another year, another age. I sit beneath the amber light and try to get the wording right. There's dust upon the wooden desk where I lay my thoughts to rest. I write your name across the top, but every time I always stop. These are the letters I never sent, full of the time that we never spent, pages of memories and wondering how you are. Stored inside a shoebox, hidden in the dark. I pour my heart out in the middle of the night, but I can never bring myself to make the wrong things right. Just unread words and a quiet lament in the letters I never sent. I wrote about the winter snow and how I missed the way we'd go, driving down the open coast. You're the friend I miss the most. I asked about your family, and if you ever think of me, I wrote I'm sorry down in pen, wishing we were kids again. These are the letters I never sent, full of the time that we never spent. Pages of memories and wondering how you are. Stored inside a shoebox, hidden in the dark. I pour my heart out in the middle of the night, but I can never bring myself to make the wrong things right. Just unread words and a quiet lament in the letters I never sent. I fold them up, I seal the seam, I hold them like a waking dream, but the mailbox feels a world away. Maybe I will mail them out someday, but probably not today. Spent pages of memories and wondering how you are. Stored inside a shoebox, hidden in the dark. I pour my heart out in the middle of the night, but I can never bring myself to make the wrong things right. Just unread words and a quiet lament in the letters I never sent. Locked in a drawer, safe on the shelf, just keeping the secrets all to myself. Autumn leaves are falling down again. I was cleaning out the closet in the den, found that old gray knit you left behind. It brought a dozen memories to my mind. It still smells like pine and a winter fire, back when our dreams reached a little higher, before the years came rushing through the door, when we didn't need to worry anymore. Oh, we're just like worn out sweaters, frayed around the edges, but we held on tight, stitching up the past to make it through the night. that no one else would know. Now it's just a comfort from a long time ago, tangled in the threads of what we used to be. A warm little ghost keeping company with me. I poured a cup of tea to chase the cold, thinking about the stories that we told. The midnight drives and the mixtape tunes, howling like wolves at the harvest moons. There's a hole in the sleeve where it caught a tear, the day we climbed the fence out by the pier. It's a little stretched out and a little bit worn, but it kept us safe from the gathering storm. We're just like worn out sweaters, frayed around the edges, but we held on tight, stitching up the past to make it through the night. We laughed until we cried at jokes that no one else would know. Now it's just a comfort from a long time ago, tangled in the threads of what we used to be. A warm little ghost keeping company with me. I know I should probably throw it away or give it to someone who needs it today, but parting with this means parting with you, and letting go completely is too hard to do. So I fold it back up, put it back on the shelf, and keep all the punchlines right here to myself. Stitching up the past to make it through the night. We laughed until we cried at jokes that no one else would know. Now it's just a comfort from a long time ago, tangled in the threads of what we used to be. A warm little ghost keeping company with me, wrapped around my shoulders, keeping out the chill. Yeah, these worn out sweaters, I guess I miss you still. The Iron Gate creaks just the way that it did, back when the world seemed so easy to hide. I follow the gravel path down by the lake, watching the ripples the evening breeze makes. Under the branches of an old willow tree sits the green wooden slats meant for you and for me. I brush off the leaves that are falling around and listen right here to the lack of a sound. Oh, the bench in the park where the shadows grow long, where we figured out right and we argued the wrong. We spun the whole universe round in our hands, drawing out blueprints, making our plans. Now I sit here alone as it's getting too dark, just me and the ghosts on the bench in the park. I traced the initials we carved in the wood, back when we thought that we both understood how life would unfold and the places we'd go before all the silence started to grow. We'd watch all the people go walking on by under a fading and apricot sky, talking for hours with nowhere to be, just two honest dreamers, wild and free. Oh, the bench in the park, where the shadows grow long, where we figured out right and we argued the wrong. We spun the whole universe round in our hands, drawing out blueprints and making our plans. Now I sit here alone as it's getting too dark, just me and the ghosts on the bench in the park. The paint is all chipping, the iron is rust. Some things are given to time and to dust. I don't hold a grudge for the way things played out, but I'd love just 1 hour to hear what you're about, to sit shoulder to shoulder and just watch the sun before all the days of our youth came undone. Now I sit here alone as it's getting too dark, just me and the ghosts on the bench in the park. I'll leave it behind now, I'll walk in the dark. Goodbye to the bench in the park. I saw your brother walking into town today. I waved my hand and we passed the time of day. He said, "You're doing well." He moved across the state. I smiled and told him that I thought that sounded great. But as I walked away, it hit me in the chest. how I rely on secondhand news at the best to know about the life of someone I once knew better than I even know myself. It's true, it's just a quiet distance, growing in the dark, a slow and steady drift, pulling us apart. There was no shattered glass, no bitter words to say, just a quiet distance taking you away. We let the silence settle in between the lines. Now we're just strangers from a different passing time. I pour a cup of tea and watch the morning rain, thinking how we used to share the joy and share the pain. If I saw you on the street, what would we even speak? Would we talk about the weather or our busy week? It breaks my heart a little how polite we've grown, standing right beside you but feeling so alone. The secrets that we traded are locked away and gone, replaced by all the ways that we have moved along. It's just a quiet distance, growing in the dark, a slow and steady drift, pulling us apart. There was no shattered glass, no bitter words to say, just a quiet distance taking you away. We let the silence settle in between the lines. Now we're just strangers from a different passing time. And I don't know how to cross the great divide. We're on opposite banks of a river far too wide. I hope the sun is shining where you stand right now. I'd build a bridge to reach you if I only knew how. But I guess some things are meant to simply fade. Oh, it's a quiet distance, growing in the dark, a slow and steady drift, pulling us apart. There was no shattered glass, no bitter words to say, just a quiet distance taking you away. We let the silence settle in between the lines. Now we're just strangers from a different passing time. A quiet distance, miles and miles away. I hope you're doing well today. The fire's burning slowly, casting light across the room. I found a stack of photos, fighting off the evening gloom. There's one of us in August, leaning up against your car, laughing at a secret underneath the fading star. The colors might be shifting, but the memory is clear. It's strange to hold a piece of time when you're no longer here. Now we're just shadows on the wall, dancing in the flicker when the evening starts to fall. I can see the outline of the days we left behind, a warm and quiet movie playing softly in my mind. But you can't hold a shadow, no matter how you try. So I'll just watch the flickering and gently say goodbye. I remember when we took this, we were hiding from the rain, underneath the canvas awning by the station for the train. We talked about the future like a map we'd drawn by hand. Everything seemed simple, like a world we understand. We swore we'd travel everywhere, we swore we'd never change. Looking at this picture now, it all feels kinda strange. 'Cause we're just shadows on the wall, dancing in the flicker when the evening starts to fall. I can see the outline of the days we left behind, a warm and quiet movie playing softly in my mind. But you can't hold a shadow, no matter how you try. So I'll just watch the flickering and gently say goodbye. The paper's getting faded, the edges turning brown. I trace the smiles we carried before we laid them down. It doesn't bring me sorrow, it only brings me peace to know we had a melody before the music ceased. Now we're just shadows on the wall, dancing in the flicker when the evening starts to fall. I can see the outline of the days we left behind, a warm and quiet movie playing softly in my mind. But you can't hold a shadow, no matter how we try. So I'll just watch the flickering and gently say goodbye. Just shadows in the light, fading out of sight. I'll put the box away now and tell the past goodnight. The autumn wind is sweeping through the yard. I watch it from the window, but I'm not taking it hard. The golden hues are spinning in the air, a quiet kind of beauty settling everywhere. We used to rake them up into a giant pile and forget about the growing up we had to do a while. But time is just a current that we cannot slow, and learning how to love it means learning to let go. Like drifting leaves upon a gentle breeze, we let go of the branches of our old familiar trees, floating down the river, finding our own way. There's no need to be bitter that we didn't want to stay. It's just the turning of the season, a natural design. Drifting leaves floating down the line. I found a faded ticket from a show we went to see, tucked inside a jacket that you borrowed once from me. I held it for a moment, let the memory play out, the music and the cheering and the things we talked about. I folded up the paper with a quiet knowing smile. I'm just glad we got to walk the same road for a mile. Like drifting leaves upon a gentle breeze, we let go of the branches of our old familiar trees, floating down the river, finding our own way. There's no need to be bitter that we didn't want to stay. It's just the turning of the season, a natural design. Drifting leaves floating down the line. Gravity has a way of pulling things apart, but it doesn't take the warmth out of a peaceful heart. I watch them gently land upon the forest floor, knowing that we aren't the kids we were before. And that's alright, yeah, that's okay. Every leaf has got to fall someday. Stay. It's just the turning of the season, a natural design. Drifting leaves floating down the line, floating on, letting go, just drifting leaves. Watch them go. The final page is turning on the story that we wrote. I'm letting go the anchor of this little wooden boat. The amber light is fading on the street where we began. I wouldn't change a single day of how the river ran. But people grow in quieter ways they never could predict, and time is just a gentle thief that nobody can trick. So I'll pack up the memories and put them in a frame, and smile out at the twilight every time I hear your name. Until we meet again, as strangers on the street, we'll politely nod our heads and watch the pavement at our feet. We might talk about the weather and the places we have been, with 1,000 miles of silence standing softly in between. It's a bittersweet surrender to the way the journey ends. Until we meet again, my former friend. I heard you found a new routine across the other bay. I hope the mornings treat you well and chase the dark away. We don't know each other's favorites or the habits we have now. The bridge we used to walk across has broken down somehow. But there's no heavy burden and there's no lingering regret, just a beautiful old movie that I never will forget. Until we meet again, as strangers on the street, we'll politely nod our heads and watch the pavement at our feet. We might talk about the weather and the places we have been, with 1,000 miles of silence standing softly in between. It's a bittersweet surrender to the way the journey ends. Until we meet again, my former friend. And if our paths should cross in 20 years or so, I hope your eyes are shining with the light I used to know. I won't ask you for the answers, I won't ask you to explain. I'll just be glad to see you walking safely through the rain. To the way the journey ends. Until we meet again, my former friend. Take care of yourself out there. I wish you all the best until we meet again. The streetlights paint a rhythm on the glass. I'm watching all the sleepy houses pass. I turn the dial to find a midnight tune, just riding underneath the silver moon. The passenger seat is empty in the glow. It's been a couple years since you sat there. I know we used to drive until the engine sighed. Now I'm just taking a solitary ride. There's a little dust on the dashboard now, where you used to drum your fingers to the sound. We had the windows down and nothing but the night, chasing the horizon in the fading light. Now the miles are stretching out between us two, but the dust on the dashboard softly points to you. I passed the rusted sign by the county line, where we parked the car and let the seats recline. We traded secrets that we swore we'd keep, talking out loud while the whole world was asleep. We didn't need a map to find our way. We thought the magic of the dark would always stay, but mornings come and engines have to cool, and time is just a quiet, patient rule. There's a little dust on the dashboard now, where you used to drum your fingers to the sound. We had the windows down and nothing but the night, chasing the horizon in the fading light. Now the miles are stretching out between us two, but the dust on the dashboard softly points to you. I don't hold it against the passing years. There are no heavy sighs or bitter tears. We simply took the exits we were meant to take and left a gentle ripple in our wake. I hope your current roads are paved and clear, even if you're traveling far from here. Stretching out between us two, but the dust on the dashboard softly points to you. Just a trace of the past rolling down the glass. Some rides were never meant to last. Wooden stairs creak beneath my feet. Found a cardboard box hiding from the heat. I wiped the heavy dust from a plastic case and stared at the ink of your familiar trace, labeled in marker from a lifetime ago, when we let the radio dictate the flow. A fragile little vessel made of plastic and of wire, holding all the embers of a long forgotten fire. Oh, mixtapes in the attic, collecting quiet years, a hand-picked collection of our triumphs and our fears. We tried to capture lightning on a spool of magnetic thread. Now I'm just listening to the echoes in my head. The melodies remain, though the connection had to snap. Just a faded little map, sleeping in the attic. I remember side A was for the summer sun, and side B was for the winters when the days were done. The ribbon got chewed up in my old stereo. We spliced it back together, careful and slow. We thought our bond was something nothing could erase, but we just lost the signal drifting into space. The static started growing and the volume started dropping, until the music faded without ever really stopping. Oh, mixtapes in the attic, collecting quiet years, a hand-picked collection of our triumphs and our fears. We tried to capture lightning on a spool of magnetic thread. Now I'm just listening to the echoes in my head. The melodies remain, though the connection had to snap. Just a faded little map, sleeping in the attic. I don't own a player that can spin these anymore, just like I don't hold the key to your front door. It's funny how the things we swear we'll never leave behind can sit inside the darkness, entirely out of mind. I trace my finger down the track list that you wrote, and feel a gentle warmth rising in my throat. Oh, mixtapes in the attic, collecting quiet ears, a hand-picked collection of our triumphs and our fears. We tried to capture lightning on a spool of magnetic thread. Now I'm just listening to the echoes in my head. The melodies remain, though the connection had to snap. Just a faded little map, sleeping in the attic. I'll close the lid and put the box away. Thanks for the songs. There's a heavy wooden bookshelf standing in the hall, casting long and quiet shadows up against the wall. I was looking for a paperback to pass the afternoon when I found the one you lent me beneath the harvest moon. There's a dog-eared page right halfway through the spine, where we stop to talk about the future down the line. We assumed we'd have the time to read it to the end, but the plot begins to wander when you lose a friend. We are a story with chapters left unread, volumes of the futures that existed in our head. There was no tragic ending, no villain to defeat, just a quiet turning of the page upon the street. We left the bookmark resting in the middle of the tale, letting go the anchor, letting down the sail. It's a beautiful adventure, even if it's safely bled into chapters left unread. I remember how we outlined the places we would go, 1,000 different sequels that we would come to know. We were co-authors writing out a masterpiece of youth, searching for the humor and searching for the truth. But the ink began to dry as the seasons carried on, and the urgency of writing our tomorrow was just gone. We closed the heavy cover without a big goodbye, underneath a gentle and a changing winter sky. We are a story with chapters left unread, volumes of the futures that existed in our head. There was no tragic ending, no villain to defeat, just a quiet turning of the page upon the street. We left a bookmark resting in the middle of the tale, letting go the anchor, letting down the sail. It's a beautiful adventure, even if it's safely bled into chapters left unread. Some books are meant to finish, neatly tied and bound, with every loose thread gathered and every answer found. But maybe ours was meant to be exactly as it stands, an unfinished symphony resting in our hands. It doesn't make it lesser, it doesn't make it wrong. It's just a different kind of quiet, a different kind of song. Futures that existed in our head. There was no tragic ending, no villain to defeat, just a quiet turning of the page upon the street. We left the bookmark resting in the middle of the tale, letting go the anchor, letting down the sail. It's a beautiful adventure, even if it's safely bled into chapters left unread. Resting on the shelf, a story well loved. I'll leave the bookmark right where it is. opened up the drawer beside my bed, looking for a notebook with a quiet, heavy thread. Instead I found a stack of little squares, white borders framing moments we would share. The chemicals have slowly started to decay, the bright and vivid colors gently wash away. The contrast isn't sharp the way it was, covered in a warm and golden fuzz. Oh, we are just like fading Polaroids, drifting softly in the quiet void, losing all the edges and the lines, blurring into softer, sweet designs. It doesn't mean the picture isn't true, it's just a gentler way of seeing you, a memory that safely turns to gold as the fading Polaroids get a little old. There's one of us standing by the sea, I can barely make out the shapes of you and me. The ocean is a washed out shade of blue, and the sky is melting into something new. We were laughing at a joke I can't recall, wrapped in heavy jackets from the early fall. It's a beautiful impression of the past, even if the focus wasn't made to last. Oh, we are just like fading Polaroids, drifting softly in the quiet void, losing all the edges and the lines, blurring into softer, sweet designs. It doesn't mean the picture isn't true, it's just a gentler way of seeing you, a memory that safely turns to gold as the fading Polaroids get a little old. Some people try to hold on tight to every single fact, to keep the past completely and perfectly intact. But I prefer the way the harshness fades into the light, leaving just a peaceful glow to carry through the night. I don't need the details to know the way it felt before the winter ice began to melt. Like fading Polaroids, drifting softly in the quiet void, losing all the edges and the lines, blurring into softer, sweet designs. It doesn't mean the picture isn't true, it's just a gentler way of seeing you, a memory that safely turns to gold as the fading Polaroids get a little old. Keep them safe inside the drawer. The amber light is spilling on the floor. I'm leaning up against the open door. I watch the clouds turn violet in the west, and wonder if your weary heart's at rest. You're living in a city by the sea, 100 miles away from you and me. I don't know what your evening looks like now, but I hope you found your happiness somehow. Now we are watching different sunsets, painting colors in a different sky. There are no promises or heavy debts, just a quiet and a soft goodbye. We share the same horizon, worlds apart. I'll keep the warmth you gave me in my heart as the day begins to fade and softly rests, while we are watching different sunsets. Sitting on the roof at dusk, breathing in the summer and the twilight musk. We thought the earth revolved around our street, with the whole wide world waiting at our feet. But orbits tend to shift and pull away, and night will always follow up the day. So I pour a glass of water, raise it high to the life you're living underneath your sky. 'Cause sunsets, painting colors in a different sky. There are no promises or heavy debts, just a quiet and a soft goodbye. We share the same horizon, worlds apart. I'll keep the warmth you gave me in my heart as the day begins to fade and softly rests, while we are watching different sunsets. That we grew, just a peaceful kind of gratitude for you. Just a quiet and a soft goodbye. We share the same horizon, worlds apart. I'll keep the warmth you gave me in my heart as the day begins to fade and softly rests, while we are watching different sunsets underneath the same old sky. I'll let the evening close my eyes. Goodbye.